Okay, in this video we'll be quickly looking over navigating sums and differences of vectors without a coordinate axis. So first, some notation. With a picture where we have labelled points, say a vector going from A to B like that, could be given the name AB with an arrow on top. The arrow means we're not talking about the side or the length of the side, but we're talking about a vector travelling from A to B. So say this one flying all the way there would be the vector AD with the arrow on top. If we wanted to see what AB plus BC is, for example, we'd draw AB, then BC. So what happens when we add these two? Well, remember we can visualize adding by just combining their movements. So naturally you'd be shooting from A to B, then from B to C. So combining these into one, we've just travelled from A to C. So the result would be the vector AC. Let's try another one, FA plus ED, say. So there's FA, there's ED. Now remember, in this space, vectors just represent the movement along the arrow, so we don't really need to care about where they start or end, only about the movement they represent. So then maybe the easiest way to think about combining these two yellow movements is to bring one of them to the end of the other one like that. Then naturally we'd combine them by shooting from F to A, then from A to B. At which point we've just got a vector going this way, from F to B. So that could be our answer, the vector FB. But we could have also done it the other way, so by moving FA across like that. In that case, we'd naturally go from E to D, then from D to C. Now that would be going from E to C, so vector EC could be our answer. And it shouldn't bother us that we have two different looking answers, because really they are the same vector. They move the same length in the same direction. So it's just like having two different names for the same object. So let's try some subtraction. So say AB minus AF. So we have AB here, we have AF there. To think about the minus AF, we'd be turning the vector AF to point the opposite direction. So that's now minus AF. Then we can just combine it like for addition. So we'd shoot from F to A, then from A to B, at which point it's like the one we did before. It would be the vector FB. Okay, last one, AD minus AB, say. So we have AD here, we have AB there. We think about minus AB by turning AB around, then we can treat it like an addition again. So we can shoot from B to A, then from A to D. So we get vector BD for this. Okay, so that's how we work our way through different additions and subtractions, and that all works without having to use coordinates or axes or anything like that. Okay, so remember two main things, I think. When you're combining vectors or adding them, you can slide them around. Okay, you can move one to the end of the other to see how the movements combine. And when you're subtracting by a vector, you can do that by just turning him around and then treating it as an addition. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you around.